Coach Hugie, thank you so much for joining us this morning here on KVNU.
Yeah, thank you so much, JD, for having the Grizzlies and getting to talk about our program.
Absolutely. Now, take me back to last Friday night. Easton and the guys leading everything down. I believe you guys were down at Juan Diego at that field. Tell me about just those moments in the final of the game as the spring season, the summer, all the hard work that these boys put in really paid off on the field last Friday night.
Yeah, the whole off season, all we've done is talk about enjoying the process and enjoying being in the moment. And these kids never doubted. They never believed that the game was lost. We were down 14-3 with 8 minutes to go in the game, and we rattled off 22 points in 8 minutes and only allowed 7 in that last 8 minutes. And they never doubted. They never doubted that they were out of it. They just stayed believing and they stayed enjoying it, and they stayed together. And it was just so fun to be a part of.
And Coach Will Feelright, we were playing the highlight of Jace Pingree's that 42-yard, he had the catch and then the run. He just couldn't, he just wasn't going to be taken down, ran almost all the way to the end zone. Was that kind of the turning point? It seemed like the momentum really started to shift for the Logan Grizzlies there in the end of the third quarter. Was that your observation as well?
Yeah, we knew that we could move the football up and down the field. We just couldn't stop shooting ourselves in the foot with the fumbles and turnovers down there in the low red zone area. And so we knew that we could get down there if we just said, hey, let's calm down, protect the football. We could put it in. And so I think that was a huge reason why we didn't ever doubt that we were going to lose that game, because of plays like that. And, Jay should have scored. In the team meeting yesterday, I had to get after a few guys because we were just watching Jace play, and we were being a fan almost on the field. And I get it. Sometimes Jace Pingree makes plays like that, and you just want to watch. But when you're out there on the field, you gotta help him get in the end zone.
How has it felt watching? I know some of these kids, Easton and the Olsen. Grayson Olsen. Sorry, Reed on his way to be up at Utah State here soon. Those guys have been around the program for a long time and have been returning and really building their leadership qualities. What do you see from your young players on this team that are really stepping up to be leaders for this Logan Grizzly squad?
Yeah, they've got great examples in all these seniors. We've got 21 seniors a part of our program, and all these young players have got great examples in the way we operate. Yesterday at practice, and if we had a mistake, it was some of the older guys being like, hey, we don't operate that way. And then the younger guys were able to pick it up and reiterate the same message. And just to be able to have those qualities around and show, hey, this is how the culture of the Grizzlies is going to go, is so beneficial in our growth and development. And, again, we just stay enjoying every day together, because you never know when it's going to be done.
Now, Coach, this win, I know you want to celebrate it, but I'm sure you immediately yesterday were getting the team focused on this Friday, as you're going to be facing off against a team that has always been very, very physical. We're talking about the Preston Indians. What do you see going into this Friday's matchup that Logan needs to prepare for?
Yeah, Coach Brett Reese is a phenomenal man. He does a really good job at getting his teams ready to play. They've been in the 5A region the last couple of years up there in Idaho. Now they're dropping down to 4A, and they're predicted to win the region. And so they return a lot of good pieces. They've got a lot of leadership qualities on their program as well. And, our focus is just, hey, what can we do well? What can we fix and clean up from our first game, and where can we improve as we just try and focus on the Grizzlies and what we do well. But credit to Coach Brent Reese and his program. They're going to be a very good physical football team. They'll be very disciplined, very technique sound, and we're going to have to clean up a lot of the mistakes that we made in order to play a sound football game Friday night.
Coach Craig Hislop here. We're talking about Preston. We got Mountain Crest coming up. When do you have a region game?
Week 5 is Providence Hall, which is our last non-region, and then we jump into week 6, and we go 5 straight weeks for our region game for the 3A North. And we'll start there week 6.
How do you feel about the team coming together out of the summer? And, of course, today, freshman orientation at Logan High School, and then you've got the full school back in session. How do you feel like the transition has gone for your first year here at Logan from the summer coming into the fall camp? How do you feel about your team, your staff, and everything together as that school year is about to kick off here in about 24 hours?
Yeah, I love it. I say all the time, no one has it better than the Grizzlies. I put it up on Instagram the other day that I've been looking for someone who's got it better than us, and I still can't seem to find them. I really believe that this is the best place to be. I really believe that these kids are some of the best around. There's a lot of good schools up here in the Valley especially, but the Logan Grizzlies, there's just something special about it. When you come into work, when you come into to be with this staff, I mean, you look at our staff, you've got guys like Rocky Lunsford, who's been here for 6-7 years. You've got Latu Pani, who's our offensive coordinator, won a championship here and wants to be the OC here. George Pani, who's the O-line coach, won a championship here and has wanted to be here. Liddell Jackson, this is his second time here. Like, people want to come back to this place, and it's for a reason. And the kids believe it too. They're starting to see it too, that truly I don't think anybody has it better than the Grizzlies. And I'm not saying we're winning the next 50 games. I'm not saying that, but I am going to say that this place is special. People want to be here and people want to be a part of it. And it's very enjoyable to see these guys come together, to see the staff work really hard like they are, and just believe that we can be successful.
Watching this team come together, Coach, I will share with you that 2 years ago, I believe this team may have come up short Friday night. And I think the hard work that a lot of these kids have put in, that have stayed with the program, that have gone through some changes at the head coach spot. Coach Butts is stepping out this year, and he's pursuing something else. Love him to pieces. But you guys really, Coach Butts and you, took over a program that had some rough edges around it. I had a couple boys that were juniors and seniors that had an unfortunate experience there. I really feel the culture and the message that you guys deliver has changed the overall attitude for Logan Grizzly, not only athletics, but for the football team. Do you see that coming true? Maybe a little bit more of being embraced by the community?
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think the staff and program would agree with you that 2 years ago, I think even last year, we probably wouldn't have won that game. And I do see that we're shifting the positive mindset. We talk about being all in or in the way, and Friday night we had a few kids that would get down on themselves when they made a mistake, and I reminded them yesterday that that's not being all in. We don't sit in the mistake we make. We learn from the mistake, we turn the page, and then we can keep moving forward, and that's what being all in is. And if we make a mistake in life, you don't get to sit in it and ruminate in it. You've got to move forward and keep it pushing. And so these kids believe that. They believe that, okay, hey, I made a mistake, but I know that these coaches have my back, that I can go and fix it. And we did, and they did, and they fixed it, and we were able to be successful, and it's so fun to be a part of.
And, Coach, you guys are laying the groundwork for not only Friday Night Light success, not only success in the classroom, but some of these seniors are going to be moving on next year and starting the next, adulthood, whether it's college or trade school or something else. You're laying the foundation for them at anything in life, whether it's on the football field or on the football field of life, that they're going to be able to handle these situations. And, man, just appreciate that you are at the helm there of the Logan Grizzlies program, all your staff there. Up in Preston this weekend for Friday night at 7 o'clock. Not an away game for the Grizzlies, but not too far that we can't make a little rock and roll road trip up there and make a little ruckus. Right, Coach?
Yes, sir. We had a great turnout of our fans, an hour and a half way down in Juan Diego, and I'm excited to see us travel 30 minutes up the road here to Preston, and they've got a beautiful field, beautiful setting, and should be a great game, great opportunity for our boys again to show how much belief this program truly has.
Well, Coach, we're going to let you go this morning. Coach Justin Hugie from the Logan Grizzlies. Hey, Coach, let's try to talk next week and recap the game action and tell us how the season's progressing. We would love to highlight your staff, but also the student athletes that do amazing things out there, not only on the football field, but really impressed with how the Logan football team academically handles things. A lot of really smart kids on the team. So, Coach, thank you so much, and we look forward to talking to you here soon.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week.
All right. The Logan Grizzlies take on the Preston Indians up at Preston High School. Just a short rock and roll road trip up the road, 30 minutes away to check out and support our hometown Grizzlies. 7:26 here on the Valley's Morning News. Going to take a quick break. We'll come back and look at what's trending and who's celebrating birthdays here on the Valley's Morning News.